Hotep, I am that I am. Some call me Haru, your modern monk, your cannabis fitness strategist, back at it again, here with you live and direct via YouTube, via live podcast, via Instagram. Shout out to y'all, letting you know this is episode 123 live passion versus emotion. Yes, that's passion versus emotion. Um, Thank yous, the comments, the shares, the followers, the subscribers, all of you for your participation, keeping it live, keeping it direct, giving to you raw, and vice versa, getting all your comments and whatnot, and kind of ideas and concepts and whatnot, connecting. You feel me? So let others know about the show. Let others know about the episodes. I cover a variety of different issues within health, fitness, social issues, economic issues, mental, psychology, um, understanding the mind, what's going on. You can always connect with me on my live podcast right now, right here, as well as you are the gym live.com podcast show /podcast. You can always hook up, download it from Podbean, iTunes, Apple, Spotify, Google Podcasts, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, many more places you can access this podcast show. Like I said, I'm live YouTube and I'm live Instagram and I'm putting it down live. But my goal is billions informed per day keeps the stupidity away. Yes, billions informed per day keeps the stupidity away. um, we're going to be adding more. We're going to be having more awesome shows coming y'all way, literally stepping up the game. But I want to give a shout out to my sponsors, Wellness and Health, my brother, Dr. Boz Moreno, for Method Moreno, website at drbozmoreno.xyz, as well as drbozmoreno.com. You can hit him on the email at support@methodmoreno@gmail.com. That's methodmoreno@gmail.com. Support@methodmoreno@gmail.com. You could phone the brother, text the brother at 404-462-0571. That's 404-462-0571. If you want to get an opportunity to get 15% off, literally 15% off his products and services, you can always put in discount code Modern Monk 15%. Modern Monk 15. That's all you got to put in. Modern Monk 15. And that's the modern MODERN MONK 15. Take advantage of that opportunity because the brother's helping and healing and keeping the mind right, especially with all these issues that's been coming along the way with the vaccinations and all these other yada, yada, yada. Y'all know what I mean. It's understanding and keeping it moving. And to my next sponsor, shout out to Lifestyle Barber Academy, 33720 9th Avenue South Suite, Federal Way, Washington, 98003, USA. His website is lifestylebarberacademy.com, as well as his email is lifestylebarberacademy2017@gmail.com. Shout out to my brother. What's good with you? Gabe in the house. What's good? Touching bases. Matter of fact, I'll follow up with you after this show. Lifestyles Barber Academy. So at 253-517-5345. That's 253-517-5345. And it's business hours. And it's cool too, because Instagram, he's actually been showing a lot of some of the classes and courses that they give in the academy. And it's interesting, because I'm learning, to keep it real with you, I'm learning a lot of things as far as being able to cut hair, being more precise and understanding how the hair works when it comes to that particular, and the business side of it too as well. And his business hours are from 8:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. And the last but not least, your last sponsor with your fitness, mental toughness, the mindset, the understanding of taking your life, taking more responsibility, or taking accountability for your own actions. Because we're being watched each and every day. You know that? You can always connect with Haru, the modern monk. You are the gym body. Yes, you are the gym body. The website is youarethegymlive.com. That's youarethegymlive.com, as well as youarethegym.com. You can email a brother at youarethegym@gmail.com. At youarethegym@gmail.com. Phone text, please, at 206-659-6382. That's 206-659-6382. And you know a brother got all them t-shirts waiting for you guys. $27 per shirt. But I got them flags too. I've been showing you guys this, my lovely flag. You are the gym, rocking and rolling. You know how we do it. Order yours today. You can always reach me at youarethegym@gmail.com. Let me know what's good with you, how you doing. The topic of the day, my brother, is going to be talking about passion versus emotion, right? And it's not really versing. It's just an understanding. I'm going to be breaking the duality down within those particular phrases or the subject matter of today. But we definitely want to take it to the next level. We're going to be having some fun today because I'm going to be doing 2 shows within 2 days or few hours, right? So playing catch up. Sorry, I haven't been able to get to you these last couple weeks. It's been pretty, not hectic, but just kind of organized, getting back to the routine of things, if that makes sense. You know, like I said, we've been so saturated with all this fear and fear mongering going on within our society that we need to start taking more control, taking more understanding of where we're at and where we want to go as human beings or as sentient beings. Yes, we all have to work as a collective. I understand that. But it's certain things, when you got your ducks in a row, because usually you get your ducks in a row, and that's the key thing about being more simple. You know what I'm saying? Keeping things more simple, not as complex as we usually take it out of within our society, I notice. But let's get back to it. Passion versus emotion. Now, both of these words we associate, right? Certain elements. We associate certain objects. We associate certain people who identify this particular word as a passion or this particular word as emotion. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing I want to start diving more into within my subject matter, is really getting the psychological meanings, the understanding meanings, the emotional meanings, the intellectual meanings of questioning certain terms that we've been using throughout our lives and what we have learned from these particular terms, right? Or words or gestures or energy, right? Because there's a certain energy that passion or emotion brings out within you, right? So here's some things I was kind of like feeling, because I know, like I said, I got some articles I'm going to be coming out with here recently. Apple cider vinegar, talking about more about apple cider vinegar, diving more into like hydrogen peroxide, you know, diving into baking soda, how all these home remedies literally will help you rebalance your body. You know what I'm saying? And not really getting caught up in, because we tend to get caught up in that supplementation. Even with the food, we kind of get over, we abuse things. You know what I'm saying? If that, and I think that's that emotional connection we have with certain foods, right? Or certain energies outside of us that are really taking advantage of the energies we have within us, right? The energies we have within us to manifest those are built on those pillars are built in that foundation, as the brothers say, brick by brick. Putting the bricks, making sure the bricks is leveled, making sure it's all set correctly, like your setting. Like those of you who actually have experienced psychedelics or whatnot, your setting is one of the most important elements within taking that so-called psychedelic, right? Your setting in mind, your setting environment. You see what I'm saying? All these play certain roles within your psychology or within your thinking, right? So passion and emotion is some things we use, and we throw these words out a lot too. Within our society, we throw these words out. Oh, he's passionate about his work. He's passionate about his, and then when he's speaking, he connects with the emotional triggers, right? Because that's what it's all about, right? When you're talking beliefs, when you're talking understanding, when you're talking like how convicted, how convinced, how confident are you within your particular passion or within your emotion, right? I enjoy doing these shows. I really enjoy engaging, but at the same time, engaging with myself, because that's who I'm really working on, right? I'm working on myself. Therefore, what I can benefit from, I'm sure many people like yourself can benefit from the same concepts or same understanding or exercises that I may incorporate within my life, right? Because life can be super stressful, right? And we're talking about in every environment or every element of our life, raising children, taking care of a house, that's expensive, wondering what's going on with this, that, and the third, your relationships, right? Your job environment is so much stuff piled up. And the crazy thing is, interesting enough, it's built on fear too. Fear is part of that curriculum. Even though I don't think it was as much fear back in the day, because people knew how to create their own. They knew how to develop their own environment, right? You hear about the pioneers and all these people, New York and all these other names of these cities. Obviously, these cities and states were part of some name of some man or woman, right? Dedication. This is Utah, Mr. Utah's land, right? So it's an understanding where we got to start really, I think, really start taking a more responsibility, taking more accountability. I've been saying this for so many years because we invite others around us. Look, everything I'm saying is my experience or the understanding of how I'm delivering this experience for you to kind of see, here's an option, here's just an opportunity, here's a choice, right? Here's a choice. We all make different decisions. We all rationalize different. That's why I'm always about do your own homework, do your own research, do your own due diligence. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, I think you have to experience it or understand or have an understanding of others who have experienced it as well and see what they have taken from the environment. You know what I'm saying? Taken from that experience, taken from that learning opportunity. Because that's what life is all about, a learning opportunity, passion, emotion versus emotion. Now, these words, both of the passion and emotion, to me, I associate them as one, right? That's why I'm saying it's not really no verse. It's just an understanding of how you use in the terms and what it triggers within your relationships with whomever you're relating to, right? And some people are there temporary. Then there's some people that's there forevermore, as we seem fit as the forevermore, if that makes sense. Forever. Nothing lasts forever. even though these are terms and phrases that we have created within our human species or understanding of our thinking, right? Because our thinking, we're powerful beings. That's people really don't understand. You have that God ability. You have that goddess ability. You know what I'm saying? You can create that environment. You can develop that passion. You can develop that emotional connection, right? Even with these movies, when you got serious movies that convince you, kind of like, think about like the teamwork, think about certain principles that was going on in Goonies, right? The movie Goonies. If you haven't seen the Goonies yet, something's wrong with you. It's a classic, 1980s classic. The Goonies, but it taught you these principles. That's one of the things I see leaving from movies. The movies are not giving you like real life. Well, this is just my interpretation of what I'm seeing, even with certain movie. Because I have experienced filmmaking. I've been in that industry. I've been in the music industry. I've been in a few different industries that actually the marketing industry, you know what I'm saying? But what I have come to a conclusion is about understanding simplicity, what truly works, right? Every brick, you got to find that perfect brick to fit that perfect spot, right? Even though I don't think it's no perfection, but we can definitely go for perfection, right? I was just witnessing on talking to a good friend of mine, Shaka Shabazz. Shout out to you, my brother. And it's interesting how we have these opportunities, and we kind of sometimes we're taking advantage of them, sometimes we don't, and it's like, here's an opportunity where you can get I was just explaining to Shaka, I was like, well, I'm able to start seeing the body that I truly been wanting to have. You know what I'm saying? Truly been wanting to have. So I'm starting to look like that gymnastic type body type, right? The idea to me as overall athlete, you know what I'm saying? Being able to master flexibility, being able to master mobility, being able to master strength gains, you know what I'm saying? And the muscularity or the aesthetic look, But one of the things people fail to realize, it's a passion, it's an emotional connection where it's like, I'm not going to stop till I reach the top. This is where that passion, this is where that emotional element comes in within you, within your heart, because I think it's all intertwined within you, right? Majority of people want to do good, I would think. Even the evil man, woman, they still want to be good. They still want to they want to do their due diligence, right? And it's someone who would trigger that, like the phenomenal issue with the Green River Killer out there in Washington State. They finally had caught him a couple years back now, late 2000, early 2000. They finally had caught him, right? But the thing was, he obviously loved his wife, right? He had killed over 40 people, something crazy, something real crazy. But he killed all these women, buried them somewhere, but they never really found him. That's why they still got him alive. But my point is just an understanding of some people who are pretty evil. And don't take me wrong, it was some issues when it comes to some psychological issues, not just with him, but just what the situation was with these particular women. You know what I'm saying? Because he thought he was doing a service for the people. You know what I'm saying? And you do definitely have those type of dark psychology going on within our society. Some people that are passionate about certain things, they are emotionally connected, And it's been some crazy, and it makes sense to a point, because it's like, look, we have the ability to go evil. We have the ability to be good, right? We have that ability. Nobody's stopping us. We stop ourselves most of the time. But it's about what energy are you trying to put out there? You know, because I can see the connection, but I can see the disconnect too within our society, because we're trying to live off fear. That's what's been going on. What I'm noticing, we're living off fear. Even the fast gratification, when you got people actually on these social media, you know, showing you all this lifestyle that they don't really live. It's not even real to them. It's an illusion, right? It's an illusion, and it only makes you happy for a certain amount of time. Then it's a done deal, right? Because that's what the urge. That's what I think with far as what we have the ability. That's why we can create and develop and change things and manifest certain issues. But it is a connection. It is a passion. It is an emotional connection or trigger, right? Because we all connected. All the cells are the same cells, the atoms. They're just metamorphosizing, or they changing, but I think they change they're changing of what was already here, right? Nothing's new under the sun. That's what they claim. Because we got the ability to rethink. We got the ability to change. We got the ability to get the vitamin D that we need in our bodies by going out under the sun, the rays, utilizing the rays, adding more value to our body, especially melanin content people. That's why I don't understand, even with that vaccine shit. How is that even? You can tell is set up kind of like AIDS, when AIDS was rampant in the Black communities. Y'all not feeling me? History has been showing time and time again. And look, history, I'm talking about their story. Whose story? Obviously, now when I'm really starting to think about it, and this is just an aha moment I'm sharing with y'all, the history has been who's been in control the last 6,000 years. When the Vatican got all the information chilling up in there and don't allow nobody to come look at it. I don't even think the priests or the Catholic, the Catholic priest, I don't think he even know what's going on up in there or what he got access to. But it does take a passion. It does take a mindset to keep this emotion, because you know what they're doing? They're destroying you. Passionately, they're destroying you. You're forgetting about what is really important, right? We've been genetic modified foods, and don't take me wrong, genetic modified foods could be better for us if they was utilizing it better for us. But we know it's about greed, right? This is what we're seeing with these big ass companies, these conglomerates. They're just buying up everybody. Eventually it's going to get to a few more people, kind of like the music industry and all these other, the movie industry, when only 2 people, 3 people own the whole fucking industry. That's crazy. That show you is not no diversity going on here, as we all be claiming, oh, we got diversity in our jobs and diversity this and diversity. No, that's not even going on. It's about diversity portfolios, them big businesses. Well, I own this bunch, boom, boom, boom. I got this percentage of, I was tripping because I was Monsanto Bay, you know, Monsanto, the food, genetic modified foods bio company. It's interesting. They own 85% of the industry. 85% of the food industry. at least the bio creating this genetic modified foods. And we're wondering why we're walking around autism and all this other crazy shit. And then they trying to back it up with the vaccines. That's where they're backing it up with. They're causing the problems, therefore they're creating the problem, therefore they're creating that they're their savior, right? But before I go that route, let's get on the same level what I mean by passion and emotion. So, my handy dandy Google Calendar states this, or Google definition. Let me say it states this. Passion, plural, noun, passions, passion. Strong and barely controllable emotion. See, there's where that word come in. A state of outburst of strong emotion, rage, temper, love, desire, lust, hunger, intensity, enthusiasm, zeal, obsession, preoccupation, craze. Wow. Crucifixion, pain, suffering, agony. That's the other side of what we think passion is. Intense desire of enthusiasm for something, right? The suffering and death of Jesus, a narrative of passion from any of the gospels, right? Coming from Latin, the origin coming from Latin, right? Now, we know this Latin terminology, old French, it all comes from that particular who were the writers, who was this creators of the English terminology, and it usually comes from that root of the Latin root, right? But when you start getting into the aspect, because we know the Greeks were actually translating a lot of the information, therefore stealing the information, gathering the information, taking the information, going and conquering other countries or other worlds around the United States. Well, United States of America. God bless America. No. Understanding of what was going on with these other countries, taking over these countries. Therefore, we have this 6,000-year reign of certain understanding of what's going on as far as conquering people, right? All over the planet, conquering people all over the planet. Therefore, creating a language, therefore creating a God, therefore creating a society, right? Coming down to this so-called United States, when you start saying, because Christopher Columbus wasn't the first to discover the Americans, right? It was many other Vikings. It was many other people way prior to that. They're just documenting. That's the thing. The documentation of what they have created. That's the thing too, because we have the development. But see, that's another thing about emotion. What they have been doing with these stories to keep you emotionally connected and having passion by showing so-called superstars or athletes who were utilizing these particular terms or events to portray or to output a certain persona or a certain energy or a certain fear. Knights Templar, Masons, right? Illuminati. Right? Secret societies. And it makes sense anyway. I think all religions was a secret society. You know what I'm saying? Before religion was actually a term, religion. You know what I'm saying? Everybody had their little secret society. These was the knowledge. This is what you portrayed or gave others who were actually initiates, right? And we're still doing the system. It's called school now, right? School, but it's in a structure where it's not actually giving you the knowledge, right? It's giving you the knowledge of being a slave. And they really make you feel more passionate. We feel more passionate working for some big ass corporation than we do for ourselves. That's the purpose here. That's what I'm talking about. Now let's go over to this other terminology, emotion. Emotions, a natural instinctive state of mind deriving from one's circumstances, mode, or relationships with others. Feeling, sentiment, sensation, reaction, response, passion, instinct, intuition, inclination, sentiment, sentimentality. And this comes from the root word, Latin word. You see what I'm saying? And it's like I said, emotion, right? And all these words, and it's interesting because all these words all build within each other anyway. They're part of the Kemetic system. What I mean the Kemetic system today, now in Egypt, they call it Egypt today. But they already was, all these particular energies was already there. It's just about how do we interpret it? How are we interpreting it? What do we associate with these particular emotion, particular passion? What actually gives you the passion? What